toleransi, kekerasan atas nama apapun. Sekian dan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat kita semua. Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om.
My father, former President Wahid, once said, God needs no defending, for He is the Almighty. The ones that need defending instead are God's creatures from the horrible acts of His other creatures. That saying was more than evident 20 years ago when we witnessed the cruelty of God's creatures against one another carried out in His name in the form of bomb attacks, second biggest attacks after 9/11 that happened in Bali, taking the lives of 202 innocent people. 88 of them were Australians. The tragedy did not just cause physical casualties, but also mental anguish so deep to the immediate victims as well as to the nation and the world. For many people, life was never the same after Bali bombing. The economy suffered. Social fabric was threatened. Our philosophy of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika was questioned. Our belief on the peaceful nature of religions was betrayed. As a Muslim, the teachings of Islam that I've been taught all my life that dictates all life as sacred was brutally maimed. 20 years ago, people were killed and were wounded, physically, mentally, socially, economically, nationally, and globally. But today, we gather here to show that we can rise up again. The 200,000 more jobs lost as the aftermath of the bombing were recovered. The $500 million lost were recouped before COVID caused another hit in the economy. And the people's sense of solidarity is even stronger than before. Indonesians stood side by side with our Balinese brothers, unbowed in our relentless efforts to fight terrorism. We refuse to have our philosophy of unity and diversity being torn apart. We refuse to have our peaceful religions being hijacked. We refuse to have our way of life of peaceful coexistence being taken away. Together with other nations, we stand hand in hand in our pursuit of a just and peaceful world where people are safe, prosperous, and happy. Nothing can take away the tragedy of what happened. But there had been things that had happened since that tragic event that had been good. And it's important to recognize what's been achieved. Cooperations between many institutions of the world, especially between the Indonesian police and the AFP, has never been stronger. The swift and decisive action of sealing off the ground zero as part of a cooperation on forensic investigation led to a discovery of a piece of metal with some numbers stamped on it that led to the arrest of Amrozi and hundreds of Jamaah Islamiyah sympathizers. The decision to create Densus 88 had led to the arrest of thousands of people affiliated with terror networks. Many had gone through open trials and sentences. Densus 88 is now being recognized as one of the most successful counter-terror detachments in the world. The hard work of Densus 88 meant that many subsequent attacks were disrupted or detected, or at the very least reduced in scale. GCLEC is another product of international cooperation where thousands of Indonesian police officers were trained, as well as officers from other Southeast Asian countries. This has caused massive setbacks to terror networks in Southeast Asia and had probably saved millions of lives in the future. For the victims of the bombing, the loved ones are forever gone. For some, the scars forever displayed until the end of day. But through their sufferings, the world is safer, Bali is safer. And so here we are. We gather to remember those who fell victims of the bombings, but also to celebrate their contributions to humanity. We gather here to renew our commitment to continue fighting terrorism, to preserve the dignity of mankind, and to celebrate life. And most of all, to show that the ultimate way to defend God is to protect all of His creations. Thank you.
hidup, martabat. Dan untuk itu bisa terjadi, kita harus hidup berdampingan. Setiap hari melakukan diskusi, pendekatan-pendekatan diskusi kolektif atau diskusi di kampus-kampus, diskusi di mana saja untuk menyelesaikan, mencairkan itu semua. Nah, itu yang mungkin momentum dan nilai yang perlu saya sampaikan di sini. Kita untuk melihat bahwa ke depan G20 kita akan menjadi tuan rumah yang baik. Menjadi tuan rumah yang baik harus melayani tamu yang baik. Itu kuncinya. Jadi saya berharap bukan pengamanan G20 ini tidak semata-mata tergantung kepada petugas keamanan TNI dan Polri, tapi itu tanggung jawab kita semua sebagai masyarakat yang beradab, menerima tamu-tamu kita yang terhormat itu dengan nilai-nilai toleransi, nilai-nilai kebaikan yang ada.